Hello, fam. I'm still feeling a little bit of the super full moon residuals. And whew, yeah, lots of naps and lots of water, lots of fruits, vegetables, especially the vegetables that are grown in the soil is very grounding. I'm noticing some things on the digital platforms with a lot of AI shit coming out, and I it's I don't know what it's like. Actually, I'm noticing from some of my other friends posting on their Instagram stories saying that they're gonna go on a digital detox, saying that they're gonna go offline for a little bit or for an unforeseeable future. And I'm like fuck yeah, because I'm feeling that so hard. We're like it's just like being online. It's just like it just my sensitivities is just like no, I have more fun talking to my ancestors. I have more fun at my altar, praying, meditating, journaling, channeling, talking to my higher self, my spirit guides, my ancestors, the universe, the all source. You know, it's not that it's getting easier. Well, yes, for me, anyways, it's clearer. It's getting clearer because once you tap into your gifts and abilities, because we all have it, we all have the capacity to tap into that. It's just, are you doing the work to tap into it, or are you watching all the news? Are you like feeding into the fear, the propaganda and stuff? Depending on your circumstances, depending on your environment, depending on like who you're surrounded by, what you're surrounded by, you know, it's going to be different for everyone. But once you find that inner peace, and finding that inner peace is, you have to get to know yourself, get to know your boundaries. And here's the thing with boundaries, you won't know what your boundaries are until someone's crossed them. So you're gonna have to learn how to get uncomfortable, right? Because the pain is not going away. We only build a more. I heard something somewhere that like pain doesn't go away. But instead we learn how to transmute the pain. We learn how to build more muscle, so that kind of like when you're working out and you build more muscle, it hurts, but you build more muscle when your muscles tear. You know, you're building that strength, you're building that muscle. The pain's not going to go away, so learn how to navigate through it, around it, over it, or absorb it and transmute it. Now with like all the AI going on, it's just being online, like scrolling is such a like draining activity. It's so like, it's such a turn off that like just seeing like, you know, this isn't even cool anymore. Just like all that the digital world. And it could also just be that winter is coming here, but like I think now might be an easier time to pick a spot in your home, or make a spot in your home with like an altar with medicine, crystals, spirit plates with like food and for your ancestors. Put photos of your ancestors, a wall, like candles. Like just dedicate a spot in your home for communing with spirit, sitting there talking to spirit, sitting there just quietly and seeing what comes through. If you're like me and you don't want to sit there for a very long time, put on a timer. You know that timer is going to go off, so discipline yourself and sit there until that timer comes off. And you'll be surprised. Sometimes I'll turn the timer off and I'm still sitting there like another 15-20 minutes, and like after my 20-minute timer goes off. So like I'm there for a good over half an hour. And so, you know, I think now might be an easier time to retreat inwards. I mean, it's a perfect time. Winter's coming. To retreat inwards and like get to know who you are, because once you know who you are, what you believe in, what you value, what your boundaries are. Remember, your boundaries, the people are going to have to cross them. People are going to have to push them, test your buttons on for you to know what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. That's what I'm saying. Pain, like, it doesn't go away. There's always going to be pain there. There's always going to be people, forces, energies that don't want you to rise. So, like, you know, tap into that warrior spirit. You know, our ancestors have been through a lot. We inherit their strength, their resiliency, their, like, wisdom, their gifts. Tap into that. Tap into your higher self. Tap into your inner child. You know, it's not easy, but the best blessings don't come out of, like, for nothing, out of nowhere. You know, you're like, you had to have been to a certain point to reach those blessings. So, you know, we're doing great. Like, we're really doing, I'm impressed with the collective society, and like just knowing how sensitive I am, and like how I can, like, when I go into my meditations, I can, like, it's like I see the world and I see, like, all the little lights, and I'm like, okay, there's a lot of lights. Okay, people are tapping into their gifts, their abilities, into love, into a higher frequency, into gratitude. And once you reach a certain point, the shadows, the dark energies, you know, like, they can't touch you, because your spirit guides, your spirit team, your ancestors will see that they're doing the work. Let's protect them. And, you know, they're like, they're on the other side, fighting off forces, energy, psychic attacks, ill will sent your way, just so that you can continue to hold that light, so you can continue to anchor that light, because there's still a lot of motherfuckers still, like, being sucked into, like, all the fear and propaganda and all the addictions, dark energy and shit. There's still a lot of people, and you know what, that's their path. If you got to hold compassion and empathy for them, all you can do is, there's a lot you can do, but, like, you know, I won't touch into that right now. You can, I mentioned a lot of that in some of my other videos, but we're doing good. We're really doing great, especially for never being here at this point in time on planet Earth, globally, like, energetically, like, Mother Earth's consciousness rising as we're rising with her. Like, you know, like, buckle your seatbelts, because you're coming for the ride, whether or not you jumped in a car. Like, you're already in the car. Like you're in for the ride. So learn how to navigate, transmute, process pain. Art saved my life. Dancing saved my life. Body movement saved me so many times, you know. Especially in my culture where I grew up, we have a lot of drumming and dances. You know, the energy needs to go somewhere. So, pick your modality, all right? Love you.